I can't wait to share you on my stories. Now, can you make any cool ones, like where you're defecating or maybe you're...
So...
Ready one way, lethal poison for the system.
Hi, I'm Dr. Drew, and this is Dr. Drew After Dark. Please be advised that Dr. Drew After Dark may contain sexually oriented content and be unsuitable for young children.
Well, you can imagine we get a lot of requests for supplement manufacturers to discuss their products, and the benefits of natural supplements have been well established when they're approaching things scientifically and not without any hype. We don't hype it, we just get with the data. I was recently introduced to a brand called Ned that I'm quite excited about. They've created a daily supplement to boost one of your body's most needed minerals, that is magnesium. I always tell the story that one of my fellows when I was in training, an endocrinology fellows, kept saying the magnesium is the most important element. We ignore it. Well, magnesium supports hundreds of essential functions in the body. It includes mood regulation, brain function, muscle health, even the response to stress. Although it's the fourth most abundant mineral in our body, many adults don't get enough. Ned's Mellow Magnesium Super Blend combines three forms of mineral: L-theanine, GABA, magnesium thionate, which is the only form shown to permeate the blood-brain barrier. It is key to its potential to positively support memory and focus. Proper levels of magnesium can also improve nerve and muscle health and help reduce anxiety, even promote more restful sleep. Magnesium has been well shown to do that. Rather than packing all of it into a giant capsule, Mellow comes as individual powder pouches. You simply mix with water. It's available unflavored or in lavender berry. That is the one I like and try to take every evening. A cool blend of blueberry and lavender. I'm excited to see how Mellow works for you and encourage you to check it out for yourself. Go to HelloNed, HELLONED, HelloNed.com/Drew, or enter Drew at checkout for 15% off your first one-time order or 20% off your first subscription order plus free shipping. That is HELLONED.com/Drew to get 15% off your first one-time order or 20% off your first subscription order plus free shipping. Thank you, Ned. Hey everyone, welcome to Dr. After Dark. Of course, keep those voice messages coming. We love them, 818-253-1693. And don't forget the emails at drdrafterdark@gmail.com. And of course, the merchandise store.ymhstudios.com. The Rational Recovery cups should be everywhere. Every Starbucks, you should be handing that cup and just giving them the sign as you give them the cup, don't you think?
Well,
the Stein. You need a Stein.
Rational Revolution.
Rational
I
Revolution.
said recovery.
Yes,
Rational,
it's okay. Well, you're into the recovery business.
There is a
too.
thing called, there's a whole thing called Rational Recovery, which is kind of an alternative to AA.
Oh.
And it's actually a decent program.
So it's not God-centric and people who aren't comfortable with the
did
religion.
you know that?
Because I know a lot of people who say, I would go into AA, but I don't like the God
Then
stuff.
do the Rational Recovery. It's
Yeah.
good. But yes, our Rational Revolution or Rational Renaissance, as my son likes to call it. Yeah.
May I tell you that I sense a current now where it's starting, the pushback has begun, which is the name of my new tour, coincidentally, the Pushback Tour.
Nice.
And I feel as though, because I'm having text exchange with other mothers who are like, did you hear that this is happening at this school? And they'll send me like a ridiculous slide of something they're teaching kids at a very young age. For instance, right now, they're teaching the gender non-binary stuff to kindergartners, which I'm not sure is entirely a good, I think it's too soon. I
don't understand.
I'm not an expert.
My thing is, we're not an expert either. Where's the evidence? Show us the objective evidence that this is something that's important for child development. I don't know. But okay, fine. But the important thing here is that there's a small, silent, scared majority who is beginning to
push back,
step up.
But may I tell you too?
Step up.
What was so interesting? What's happening too? Did you hear about the Teen Vogue editor?
Yes.
Okay, so now, let's just to recap the story. This was a girl she was a black woman. She's young, maybe 30 years old, and when she applied to Teen Vogue to be the editor, she said, look, I have these tweets in my past. I've apologized for them. I wrote them when I was 17.
Yep.
And Teen Vogue went, okay, fine, you're hired. Anyway, somebody dug it up and the whole cancel culture came against her, and then Teen Vogue let her go.
I think that's horrible.
Appalling. Same.
Bill Maher, I thought, had a nice kind of take on that. I don't know if you saw him talk about it afterwards.
I heard about it, but I didn't see it.
He was essentially saying, if you don't think it's coming for you, have a look. This is what, when the guillotines are put, I've been studying the French Revolution. Back at it again.
Good.
It was, it went from the Jacobins to the Girondins to the Sans-Culottes, and it was just each group puts the other one on the guillotine. That's just the way it goes. It's the way it goes. Unless somebody goes, stop this fucking bullshit. Be rational.
Yeah.
Let's get it on. Let's get this society rebuilt and do something good for people.
Well, my hope is that the woke eat themselves. Eventually, there will be no more people to
I
eat.
welcome the woke to the rational revolution.
I do too. At least let there
them.
be. Also, too, it says Drew, get closer to the mic.
Okay, but listen, the fact that the wokeness has gone too far doesn't mean that there's not something good in the wokeness.
I think it's an inherently positive. I think what I'm all for equality
embedded in there,
too.
Hegelian.
Yeah,
It's a Hegelian process.
Yeah, I agree.
Since it's thesis,
Yes,
antithesis,
yeah.
synthesis.
But to completely shout down people and not allow redemption. So what are we supposed to do with this poor girl now who's 30 years old and is fired as an editor?
Whom we all feel was ridiculous. I don't know that anybody supported that except people who want retribution, who feel like, see.
So what are we
but
gonna do
otherwise,
with
it's not good.
She's done now? This is it? This is the end of her life?
We lose a talented young person.
Yeah.
Really? That's a good way to run a society?
Yeah. But anyway, and if you're listening
it
to us,
out, everybody.
chances are you're on our side. I got to flip my cushion around.
You're so skinny now that
Thank you.
your ischial protrusions are actually hurting you.
My visible, my what?
You know your pelvis has those two little circular things that stick out.
Oh, my butt bones. Yeah,
butt bones. That's what I meant.
So there's that, and then I have to tell you, apropos our gay interests, I've really been
our shared gay
interests. Now, have you seen Cobra Kai yet?
No, I have. I only watched the first few minutes of the first episode.
Skip the first episode. Yeah. Go right to number 2.
Okay.
It's a wonderful, nostalgic, and also interesting take on what's happening now with this generation.
Okay.
And
is it a callback to the 70s or something? Okay.
Yes,
80s,
it's fantastic.
Whatever.
80s.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like an honoring what the new generation is trying to do with being sensitive to other people's differences and obviously like equality and stuff, but also being like, hey, there's nothing wrong with being a badass as well and standing up for yourself. And, bullying's never going to go away. The world is never going to conform to you.
You know what's interesting? Corolla has this book called...
Stop. I know where you're going next.
What's he going to?
Talk about... And then I have another point that I need to bring up with you emotionally. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll talk about Corolla and... okay, you bring the emotional thing up first.
So here's the thing, Drew, and you tell me if I'm okay.
You sound like you're putting on your mommy voice now. Here's the thing, Drew.
Here's the thing, Drew. I saw you throw your macaroni and cheese on the floor. No, okay. So here's the thing: is I'm watching this show and I'm like, okay, I'm picturing myself at 15, and I'm thinking to myself, which one of the guys doing karate am I going to date?
Okay.
And is it wrong? That I kind of like Robbie from Cobra Kai? Now
why is that wrong?
In Miyagi, I'm saying like. He's 22 in real life, but he might play a 16-year-old. Is it?
Is it weird that you're?
I'm kind of into Robbie. Okay, I'm kind of into him.
Well, first of all, he's not 16, clearly. So
he's 22.
Yeah. So clearly, we're going to give you a pass on that front.
Okay, I was feeling guilty.
Number 2, your kids aren't 16 yet. When that happens, it will be disgusting. But we'll give you a few years to enjoy the fantasy. Okay.
Now I'm also kind of into Hawk, who had a cleft palate, and Cobra Kai taught him to be a badass and get a mohawk instead.
By the way, back to the rational revolution as it pertains to cleft palates.
Yeah.
So we discussed this a little bit last time. I think you were here for this. There's this whole movement.
I know what you're going to say.
To not fix people with ambiguous genitalia.
Anomalies.
Yeah, those are midline errors of development.
Yeah.
That's all a cleft palate is, a midline error. Do we just go, that's a cleft palate person. You can't change the cleft palate, as opposed to going, no, we can restore it completely to normal anatomy.
Well, that's
Why
the problem
wouldn't
is normal. So the problem is to normalize all forms.
So therefore, cleft palate, just leave them be?
Well,
all those plastic surgeons that fly around
terrible.
the corner fixing those kids, we shouldn't do that?
No, and also...
And there's functional aspects to not being able to chew and stuff.
Functional.
Same thing with not being able to pee at the tip of your penis. There's all kinds of stuff that goes on with that.
And also, is it wrong to, instead of letting people bully you for your cleft palate, learn karate and get an awesome mohawk, and then now you're kind of cool?
I see. That's how that works. You like him too.
I like him too. He's scrawnier though. I'm not into the scrawny.
You weren't like that before you lost all this weight. Is something happening?
I'm becoming energized. My hormones
I know, is it energized?
changing.
I mean, you happy at home and everything?
Oh my God,
still?
we're so happy.
Because I'm being funny, but I've noticed that when women get like breast implants, it's staging for moving on.
You've said that before.
Staging for that. I'm wondering if the weight loss is having any kind of like
staging.
Are you okay? Is everything good?
Great. Oh my God, that's like the last thing in my mind. Like the thought of even, but seriously, let's talk about it. Like, could you even imagine getting married again or like partnering up again?
No.
Like
no. I've got a few years on you.
Right.
And I assure you, first of all, I start going, where am I going?
Yeah.
Where am I going?
What are you doing?
What am I doing? Where are you going, dude? Yeah, I wouldn't even forget it. And by the way, anybody who would be interested, already suspect. Have to be somebody my age. Like, it'd have to be a reason, like we both were in that, like we both lost our spouses or something.
Right.
Otherwise, both people are suspect. it's like, what? Stop. It's plus, and this is the part you're getting into now, you're building a life and family.
Yeah.
It's a building process. You want to build this thing. And people don't talk about that. They don't share in building lives. You built all this together. You built your kids together. It's a thing you're sharing and you value together. And you don't want to put cracks in that in any way.
No. And honestly, the whole Cobra Kai thing is just a silly.
I know.
Yeah, it's not.
Don't have to admit it.
But,
Stop it.
But you're right. Tom and I are deeply embedded in each other's lives in wonderful ways. I think that is, and I agree with you that like people don't talk about how important that
No, they talk about the relate. Do I love him anymore? Are we still talking about It's like, no, you're building something here that is the foundation of our fucking society.
I know. It's true.
I'm all worked up today.
It's true. You're fired up.
I am
What's
fired
going on?
up.
You're out. You're just feeling good. You're feeling your oats.
People are trying to get me to run for governor in all seriousness. And so every time I think about that or talk to people about that, I get kind of fired up.
I like it.
So
I think you should.
I really, 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 really don't want to.
Why? Then don't do it.
But the people who have done it, who I've spoken to, they warn me, if you really are in, jump in. The homeless thing has me so mobilized.
Did you see, hold on, this LA Times article that they're moving the homeless out of Echo Park and there are protesters.
Oh, you didn't see this go down. We were covering it on Fox 11.
What?
Hundreds fighting with the cops.
Why?
Because let's set the stage. These people are living in disgusting circumstances where the city's obliged to clean up the filth and sanitation problem. They have to. It's 100 tents. God knows how many people living in those tents.
Oh, it's so
run
sad.
by gangs.
No, it's terrible.
It's mostly drug addicts, and every one of them was given a home to go into and a treatment team, and they refused. And
they refused the homeless.
They refused the homeless.
Refused.
This is the thing that people don't get. I get it. I know what to do about that because I'm used to dealing with that population. They don't get it. They don't want to go into these structured environments. Because ultimately it means you're going to have to stop doing drugs and deal with your mental illness and stuff. They have part of the disease is resistant to that.
Sure.
So hundreds of people showed up and literally fought with the cops, got arrested.
What is happening? I feel like I'm losing my
Leave
mind.
my unhoused neighbors alone. This is where they live.
Have you? But by the way,
Oh my God.
I used to live on that side of LA.
It's beautiful over there. It
used to be. And I drove my son through Echo Park in Silver Lake, which is where we lived for many years.
Yeah.
And he goes, Mom, why is there drawing on everything?
Oh, yeah.
He'd never seen graffiti before. I'm like, oh, that's graffiti. And like, why is that man sleeping on the sidewalk?
Yeah.
I'm like, this
the
is
man
terrible.
dying on the sidewalk. Fred's sleeping. He's sitting there dying. Hey, don't touch. Don't touch.
Yeah, it's severely inhumane.
That is the stuff that makes me want to.
And they're
do
vets.
This thing.
There's a lot of veterans, which is
I know exactly.
upsetting.
I know precisely what we need to do. I know exactly how to handle it. The problem is literally the people that are resistant, the ones that we're demonstrating, want this to persist because they like it as a symbol of income inequality.
Oh, equality.
Even though it has almost nothing to do with that. This is an open air asylum. These are people that need treatment for serious medical conditions.
Oh, yeah.
And we're prevented by the law from doing so.
Insanity.
So they sit there and they die for a day. 4 a day on the streets are dying now. And my question to all those people that were protesting out there, what's the body count need to be, fuckwads?
Yeah.
What does that body count need to be before you'll change your position on this? How many? 4 a day? 10 a day? What's the number? There's got to be some number when you're willing to listen to somebody who knows how to deal with this.
God damn it. Well, I like this idea. I think you should start running immediately, and your platform should be... Okay, should we think of your... Hold on, here's your slogan.
Oh.
Dr. Drew.
Does the do.
Big abs, eat the poor, Nadav? Is that really what he wants to do?
So we all get the vaccine weight.
The gun show
Oh, gun show.
The guns. It's
Arnold
something about
should
the
have
arms.
that.
Because look at your arms are very fit. It's got to be something like bringing these guns to the city,
fit,
or like
fit.
I want you to be on benches. You know, like the realtor
realtors,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, these
Posing
guns
down.
don't run, or something stupid. Yeah, there you go. Arm the homeless.
Oh,
That's a good policy.
Strong arm the legislature, because really the legislature is killing California.
Don't let's not. Okay.
All right, anyway, so
let's move on. I
so
can't.
June,
I'm gonna go
June,
crazy.
You heard me say I'm gonna be gone in June.
Yeah. What are you doing? You transitioning to be a woman?
I wanted it to be a surprise. So
You're taking your hormones?
it's all got to start all at once. You understand? It's a whole process. And first of all, how dare you? You're not allowed to ask those kinds of questions.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So,
I thought we were friends.
Yeah. No. That's my business. That's not.
I'm sorry.
So okay.
You didn't tell me your pronouns today, so how
you're
should I
properly
know?
shamed. And by the way, I don't like shaming people. If anybody like shaming you like that, why?
What do you mean shaming?
Well, you actually got a little ashamed for asking the question. I understand you were playing along, but
right.
yeah, but I mean
Right.
that would be gratifying to somebody. To me is like mysterious. What is mysterious to me?
It's all mysterious.
It's people
right
that
now.
like regulation and people that like to shelter in place.
Dude,
It's one thing we
I
have
agree.
to, but to like it
To
and to
like
sort of be
it.
gratified
They like
by it, or like
rules
tell it.
and morality enforcement.
We all like
sinners
morality.
And
We all like
finding
morality.
sinners.
We all like. Well, yeah. You think it's that?
Puritanical drive.
Oof.
Do you know why America's prone to hysteria? We
Now we
love
are.
it.
Woo.
We love it. It's
Oh,
just
boy.
cultural. It's from our puritanical roots. I believe it's something
That's where
to
the
do
witch
with
the witch
that.
hunts come from.
Yeah.
Hysteria.
Yeah, hysteria. I don't know. It's a lot. That's a lot. Okay,
We
listen.
have to think about that one.
We'll think about it. I've got so many fucking theories, bro. Like I've been.
Tell me, bro. Give me one.
No.
Come on. Oh, why
Have you read the
not?
article on the cultural? There's an article about the Cultural Revolution in China, and this guy said, "I grew up in communist China, and there's a lot of similarities
Of
between
course.
what the hell is happening."
Oh, of course. That's
Okay. I can't. I'm gonna go down the rabbit hole. An hour's gonna go by.
I told you I've been reading a lot about and watching a lot of Russian Revolution and French Revolution stuff because it's all the same. It feels the same. I don't think we're gonna do any of that, but it's the same phenomena.
It's the same phenomenon.
Because we're all humans. We're all do what we do in a given circumstance. But the rhetoric, it's so familiar. You just have to study history to know.
I know, and it's not even that far away. It was my dad's generation. It literally happened.
See now
just
you
a generation ago.
Don't you want to pick his
My
brain?
dad's generation. He told me what he said. He was saying this stuff to me. You know when he said this the first time? This is going to sound horrible, but the first time, Michael, what was his name at the Laugh Factory? He played Kramer on Seinfeld.
Yeah.
And he went to the Laugh Factory. He's not a stand-up.
He did this horrible thing.
He did a horrible.
Now especially.
Whoa,
it
he
looks
would
even
be
worse in the rearview
crucified.
mirror.
Yeah, they drag him in the streets in Sunset and crucify him. So he dropped the N-bomb.
Repeatedly, yeah.
N-bomb. And everybody was like, this guy is not well.
He was trying to do sort of a Don Rickles-like thing, but it went exactly
But
wrong.
Don Rickles never said
No.
N-bomb. That's anger. So he was clearly unhinged, and this guy was like, and I remember the public reaction to it. Like somebody had videotaped it, put it online, and now everybody was like going after this guy. And I remember my dad saying like, this is the beginning. This is how this starts.
Oh.
And I go, when was that? Will you Google that? When that was? What year that was?
15 years ago or something,
No,
wasn't it?
not even that long. Maybe
12 years ago?
08. Tom and I were dating. 07.
13 years ago, dude. That's
Fuck.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
yeah.
We're old. Yeah. So.
Was it the Laugh Factory? Is that where?
Yeah. I mean, look.
What's the date on that?
This
June
is a
20.
long
wait a
time
minute.
ago. It happened a long time ago, but I remember the
2006.
2006.
15 years ago.
And I remember my dad going, this is it. This is how it starts. This is how it started in Hungary. When somebody said something and people didn't like it, and then the outrage culture and And
So
it's
what
coming.
you are doing is making
It's
me
coming.
even more interested in speaking to our Papa.
Go ahead, call him up. Find him. We're having a new show.
New show?
It's called Where My Dad's At.
But it's literally where my dad's. Where is my dad?
Because Annie can't find his dad. I haven't spoken to mine in years. I don't have his number at this point.
So-
I can't reach him.
So Nadav, she said, "Go ahead and call him." You understand?
luck.
That's up. That's on you and me now.
Oh, stop.
No, no, stop.
I'll see what I could do.
Thank you,
Drew.
sir.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's
Because
a no.
I literally,
Thanks, Nadav.
look. Hey,
Go
hang
ahead.
on here. I know
Shedding.
I know a lot comes with it for you.
It's a lot. But for you,
But-
it's fun.
No, I'm not like you and your husband. By the way, I watched you guys. My wife had the crazy idea of had to ask me a crazy question what is this? I'll be coming up in May stuff. You bet I'll be coming up in May. And I had to show her the original viewing of Ed Asner there that you and Tom suffered
The headset.
through.
It's really the headset that's the hottest part of that whole thing.
But Tom
masturbating with a headset.
It just reminded me Tom was so gleeful during. He was so happy, so cool. Susan was confused.
And did Susan get hot? Did you guys have sex immediately?
Nope. Constantly wet. Nope. Quite the contrary. Yeah. That's right.
That's how he sounds too.
So why did I bring that up?
Yeah,
because something to do with Nadav and I going to find the dads. Anyway, I'm not like you and your husband. That I genuinely, your father created you, and I admire that. There's something good there in him.
I know,
or
very
smart, good genes and stuff.
Love him.
And he's got this crazy experience, the Eastern European thing that you bring here, and I want to hear more about it from his perspective. So my curiosity about him is not dark. It's actually light. Okay. It's actually I want to bring it to the light. I want to learn from him. And do
you want to learn about chicks and like hot chicks and chicks that aren't hot? Because he knows a lot about that. He'll tell you what makes a chick not hot. A lot of talking. Talking's not hot. Ideas, words. I think you're overestimating.
Well, that also means he's a cool guy. And so
he's the original cool guy.
So he's cool, and that's entertaining just in itself. That is
your thing.
So back to what makes chicks hot. I got a couple things here we still got to talk about.
Sure.
Okay, all right.
I'm ready.
I said, but Corolla wrote a book called In 50 Years We'll All Be Chicks.
It's a great title.
And I'm beginning to think that there's this book out there called Estrogeneration, which is warning about how the plastics are going to leach estrogens. And there's a lot of science around estrogens getting into our systems.
You think so? You think this was having the pussification of society?
There may really be. This guy, I interviewed this guy, Anthony J. And at the time I was like, oh shit, these guys are serious scientists. There's a group of them that are like warning us about this. And
could be.
And though, back when he's mad at me, Adam is mad at me because back maybe 15, 20 years ago, I kept saying, the way female brains work, we need more of that. Because I really what I meant was we need more empathy.
Adam was like, chicks are fucking stupid. What's that drop from the We always said there's a guy that always says that. No. Women are fucking stupid.
So
we
need
love
balance.
Adam Carolla.
We need balance.
I'm a huge fan of him. I think he's right about a lot of stuff. I really like him. But I know we need balance. And this is what's the dawn of, is this the Aquarius? What's the generation where feminization happens? You saying that it's the aging.
No, I was in Godspell.
I was in Godspell, not hair. What's the one?
Not hair.
Of Aquarius, where everybody gets naked and we talk about our feelings. This is the era where things are going to get softer and more equal.
We're way in. We're in.
Yeah,
we got to move on through it and balance ourselves.
We have to move through it, but we're in a very sensitive, hypersensitive phase of it.
Right now. A lot of feelings talk.
Oh boy, and I love my feelings. I love talking about them too.
Do you? Do you like when other people talk about it?
Oh my God, that makes me so comfortable when people cry in front of me. It's the best. I love having to console somebody.
I got to work on that.
You cry in front of people?
No, I'm going to have to that's going to bond us deeper together.
I hate it. I'm being so sarcastic.
All right, good. Okay,
Don't you hate when women cry in front of you? It's so debilitating.
That's interesting. You might want to examine that. But
I do every week in therapy. Should we call my shrink? She'll tell you.
It's another Nadav. That's another call. She's just.
She's not allowed to tell you by HIPAA.
You can sign it away. Just let us know. That would be another interesting interview. I'm just saying.
Oh, you want my shrink on here? God, how much time do you have? That could be its own series.
Yeah. So we could do a series. Whatever you wish, honey. Well, we have our friends at Harry's. I'm a big fan of this. Oftentimes we're choosing between quality and fair price. With Harry's, you do not have to choose. They give you award-winning blades at factory direct prices. I am very picky about not just blades, but the blade handles, how it feels, the shaving cream. And they really have thought this through very carefully. I am dependent on Harry's shaving cream and razors when I travel. They've thought about that too. You have a protective shell for your razor, so it doesn't it's impossible to keep the blade sharp when you're traveling. And for a limited time, Harry's is offering their starter set plus free body wash for just $3 at harrys.com/DRDRAW/Dr. Drew. Again, they believe in quality. The team has combined a simple ergonomic design with 5 sharp blades, and I'm telling you, they are good. Again, I'm very picky about this stuff. I absolutely would not be endorsing this if I didn't use them myself and I'm enthusiastic about it. They have a German factory, one of the select few manufacturers in the world that have mastered the technology to create a Gothic art. It's the gold standard for blade grinding, and you feel the difference. And for a limited time, Harry's has an exclusive offer for the listeners of this show. New customers get Harry's starter set and that's a free body wash for just $3 at Harry's, HARRYS.com/Dr. Drew. That's over a $16 value for just $3. You'll also get a 5-blade razor, weighted handle. I told you the handle feels great. Foaming shave gel, a travel cover. I told you about that travel cover. It's key. Travel size body wash. They're thinking this stuff through. It's an incredible, great deal. But act fast while supplies last. Go to harrys.com/Dr. Drew to redeem your offer. You may have heard some expletives emanating from perhaps the shower. That's you cutting yourself before you knew about Manscaped. You need to try this out for yourself. The Manscaped Lawnmower 3.0, beautifully designed to reduce the painful nicks and tugs. And listen, your female partners spend a lot of time grooming. It's time that men catch up with the ladies, and pay attention, everybody. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code AFTERDARK at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use code AFTERDARK. Always use the right tools for the job. That includes the Manscaped Lawnmower 3.0, designed carefully to reduce the painful nicks and tugs and cuts. The Manscaped engineering team obsesses over technological developments to provide you with the best tools for your grooming experience. They spent 18 months perfecting the greatest, let's call it what it is, ball hair trimmer ever created. Just released the new and improved the Lawnmower 3.0 trimmer. One of the coolest features of the trimmer is, of course, an LED light, which illuminates the grooming areas for closer look and more precise trimming, in case particularly if you don't have a light in the shower. So many people have written stories about the Lawnmower 3.0 trimmer, how it has changed their lives. They even include pics, and maybe a little too much information. But you can get 20% off and free shipping with the code AFTERDARK at manscaped.com. Again, that's manscaped.com. That is 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use code AFTERDARK. Always use the right tools for the job. All right, but yeah, so I don't mind people having feelings in front of me because I've had to...
Oh, you deal with those,
yeah. I develop good boundaries and I can stay present and stuff. It used to bug me. Because I'm so codependent, I have to make it stop.
Yeah, that's how,
So, but now I can deal. So I'll be coming up in June, not May.
Okay.
And I have not finished telling you that story yet.
Yeah.
So I'll be gone in June because it is our 30th wedding anniversary. Hallelujah. And we are going away.
Congratulations.
We are going to be fully vaccinated, and I'm fully recovered with lots of antibodies and
amazing
immune, and we're going to move around the country, around the world.
What? Around the world?
We're going to go to Europe. We're going to go over.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
30 years is quite an achievement,
Mm-hmm.
and that is just lovely. Now, 30 years is, what is that? Anal? What kind of doing? What do you do
what
for 30
begins
years?
at 30 years a wedding?
Yeah.
30
What's
years
the present you give each other? A lube?
I dick her down. What is the thing? A certain kind of lube, probably. Sparkly glue? I don't know.
I'm so happy for you. 30 years together.
What is 30th? Look that up, please.
30th
I think I need
gift.
to know what the gift is. Yeah.
It's like they're so dumb. It's like
paper, wood.
Paper, yeah. That's why
We've
you should
not held to these.
Give the gift of lube.
Yeah, and anal, too. That's good. Silver. It must be silver.
That's good.
That's not the silver anniversary. Is that 30 is silver?
Dude, the dove is Googling.
No, it doesn't. Wait, 30 years and then a diamond?
Diamond.
Oh!
Diamond.
Uh-oh.
You got to get your diamond. That's dope.
Right.
Oh, congrats. That's so lovely.
We've been together one version or another since 24 years of age.
It's amazing.
It is amazing.
What's amazing is that you continue to grow together, and you've met as children, essentially, and you grow with every decade.
Mm-hmm.
You're so young. You're 24.
And again, back to our original conversation about building a family, stuff like that. We've been through some crucibles, that also keeps you together, raising triplets and my career, the way I was working for 20 years. I was working like a maniac. I don't know how she put up with that part. I
know, but she's very independent. So
yes,
you guys complement each other very well.
Yeah.
So thankfully, she's not the type of woman who's like, "Where are you?"
No,
she's like, "See you later."
Yeah.
She's like, going again. Good.
All right. Should we finally finish this our little conversational period here with a little Jodie Calmer talk?
Oh, Jodie Comer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love her.
Yeah, from
If she's listening
Killing
to this
Eve.
podcast, I love her. I'm in love with her face. She's just stunning. I love her teeth.
She wants to be you, Jodie.
I do. If I could come back as a Comer, Comer.
Comer.
She's great. She's on Killing Eve, and she's a show called Dr. Foster that I'm watching.
Dr. Foster it's called?
Dr. Foster
I've
went
got
to
to see
Gloucester.
this. Foster.
She's so pretty.
Is it a European series?
It's English.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting story. I don't want to give anything away because it's fascinating.
Now, doesn't
She's so
she look
pretty.
a little Eastern European to you?
Yeah.
Like almost Polish or something?
She could be. Yeah. She could be my tribe.
Is
Pretty
Polish?
girl.
You're Hungary. You're Austro-Hungarian,
It's
whatever.
the same soup.
Well, but Poland sort of gets into Russia a little, right? Sort of
Gets
Russian.
a little more Ruski. Yes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the Hungarians are very proud to not be Russian.
Been
Don't you fucking call us Russian.
Strangely thinking a lot about Eastern Europe and Russia these days because of 90 Day Fiancé.
Yeah.
I go Russia. You know, love me. I go Russia.
Yeah.
Like a lot of that. You're not caught up, are you?
I'm not caught up, so don't
Oh,
tell me. But I know that the farm girl.
I'm not happy. I go Ukraine.
I love
go
it.
Ukraine.
I
They're
love
always
it.
like threatening
Smart.
to
Go. Some of them have lives that are better off in the Ukraine.
They keep saying that, except they're now the one's pregnant and blah 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 blah.
Oh,
And
don't
so,
tell me. Oh, I know which one. I know which one I saw. Jovi.
Yeah. I'm not happy. I'm
Now-
not happy. I go Ukraine.
You gotta go Ukraine.
I
Yeah.
have life in Kiev. I go Ukraine.
But you have to get into the show on Hulu I've been doing is Love Island, and it's Australian.
It's another one I'm writing
God,
down.
it's horrible. So the whole show, they're in bikinis
Yeah,
the
of course.
whole time. So it's
course.
fantastic. Eye candy. Everybody, why can't I talk today? Eye
And
candy.
he looks like Thunder from Down Under and the guys.
Now, of course, Tom and my favorite chick is the one with the tats above her vag.
Right there,
She's
yeah.
the coolest one.
She's a cool guy.
She's like, no, like, they're all cool. They're all sweet personalities.
Nah.
But literally, they sit around, work out, and wear bikinis all day and
Let's call it Jersey Shore.
get hooked up.
Yeah.
No, because it's also a game show component. Like, they're supposed to find love.
Yeah, boy.
It's fucking amazing. I wish you would do their recap show or their
Pillow talk. Let's do a pillow talk.
when
Let's
they
do a
meet up
pillow talk.
later, and then they're like, now, Millie, you at one point said you were in love with Jim,
Oh.
and then they're like,
Let me do it. Let me.
I know,
have
it's so good. They're all really hot and really kind of dopey.
Oh,
It's just great.
I don't want to do it. It looks like it's like literally like you're handing me crack. Like, come
It's
on,
so rad.
Come on, just a little bit. No
And they're
big deal.
Australian, so they're not overly exposed with the reality show types.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? They're a little more sincere, which is nice.
They don't know they're on a reality show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're so sucked into the world.
They don't know how to do a reality show.
Yeah, which is great.
All right.
So that's my jam.
Well, now that we've seen so many pictures of cool guys, why don't we actually look at some pictures of cool guys?
Oh.
I would like to see a cool toothless girl. This is right now, before you put her up, one of the reasons that my partner here is so interested in Jodie Comer is that her teeth are a little off. And that's
I like
somehow,
her off teeth.
Now, normally you would need perfect teeth.
Yes. But but I like it when the two front teeth, maybe they're together, but maybe one of them's a little askew,
little twist.
a snaggle. I also like MIA the rapper. Google her teeth. She's got that great little snaggle in the front too. No, MIA, yeah. Maya, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's got great teeth in the front too. One is like a little pushed forward. Yeah, I just dig it. She's got great teeth. I'm obsessed with her two front teeth as well. I don't know what it is. Her and she's got great front teeth.
Oh, where are you seeing the problems with the teeth?
So you have to go up. No, you can see it when
they're
you watch
just
her.
sort of, yeah.
No,
they're just sort of
there's-
not they don't look like Christina's, which
They
are
don't look
perfect.
perfect. Go up, go
Yeah.
up. Look at her smiling. She's
There it
got,
is. Yeah, I see
Go
it.
up more.
I see
Okay,
it.
look at that one
Yeah, I
up
see
her
it.
lap.
I see it.
There's a little
I do
thing.
not see what.
I
You
get what
can't
you're
because
talking
she's
about.
not rapping. If you watch her videos, you can see it when she's rapping. She goes, "All I wanna do is and I take your money," and then they're like,
Christina, just make sure you use that mind for good. That's all I'm
"Pirate skulls and bones."
saying. It's
I like, and she goes, "Oh no," she goes, "When I'm coming through," she says "through" instead of "through." She's like she's not English. Sorry, she's Sri Lankan. She gets really upset if you call her English.
oh,
From
interesting.
Sri Lanka. What? Why are you laughing at me? I like
I
it.
just want you to use that mind for good. That's all I'm saying. It goes fast into deep territories that it needn't waste its time.
Really?
No, it needn't
Yeah,
spend
I
any
just
time
notice stuff. You don't get zeroed in on stuff
there.
with
I
people?
do, but it's not always about teeth. So
What do you get zeroed in on?
interesting. I don't know.
Because start to try to notice your thoughts, like what you're interested in. and see if you can.
Well, you know,
down.
TikTok has been my. I have a TikTok now, by the way. Well,
I
follow
know.
me.
I saw you.
Yeah.
I
Did
liked
you?
it. I liked it.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I followed you and I liked you. Yeah.
And I've done some TikTok
That's
lives
right.
and stuff, and.
How do you feel?
And
now that you're on
well,
it?
it was, you know, you got to remember, I was sick, right? And the only thing I could tolerate was sort of watching Pluto TV or scrolling through TikTok. That's all I could do.
Weird combo.
I know, but it was weirdly all I could do. and I was so appreciative of all the content providers on TikTok. I was like, for me, you're creating this stuff. This is so, I feel like I have a relationship with them.
Yeah.
So that was a weird feeling I had, but I wanted to give back and participate in that.
I'm so happy you're on it.
And what did I respond to on TikTok? Is that sort of what the question is, or
no? Like, what? How did you feel sharing yourself on the platform?
Oh,
I mean, it's
that's
different
all good. No,
when
it's
you're
different.
a creator
It's
versus
good.
just a spectator.
My son has helped me with a little bit. He's helping shape it and film it. He's telling me, do this, repeat it.
I can't wait to share you on my stories. Now, can you make any cool ones, like where you're defecating or maybe you're writing things or singing? Can you sing? I'll share yours on my my stories.
So
Really one way, lethal poison for the system. No one in the corner has swagger like us.
please put that in your act.
It'll never make it on Netflix.
Come on.
I have to pay for the lyrics.
Oh. So I'm just deep in thought here. My TikTok has to include videos of me defecating.
At least
defecating. So we're thinking full Ed Asner.
Or no, it's got to be like how women are dumb and like how you need to manipulate them. That's where I'm at right now. Like there's a lot of alpha talks. Do we have any alpha talk maybe?
Give me an example of that if you have it on TikTok.
let me try.
Like I would like, and I also want to show him the Wendy Williams clip, which is so amazing. This one
Okay.
made the rounds.
Oh, here, let's start with this one then.
Okay,
The
what?
Wendy Williams.
Okay.
This one's pretty great. This happened. This really
Let
happened.
me say Wendy's a friend before I get
Oh, is
exposed
she?
to this.
I
Yeah.
love her. I
Yeah.
like her more now than
Yeah.
I did
Okay,
before
good.
this video.
Okay, good. Here we go.
It's a matter of time. She's not lonely. I apologize.
I
She
apologize.
burped
I
and
apo-
farted.
Yeah. Well, of course, but it's not a double pipe classic. It doesn't count. You can applaud the attempt, but it doesn't count.
Why?
Drew. A double pipe classic is a simultaneous burp and fart.
Oh, you
She
shouldn't
did
be able
one
to
and
hear
then-
it. How would we know otherwise?
What do you mean?
The burp would cancel out the fart if there was not some sequence
I
to
doubt
it.
that. Sound guys in the booth.
No, this is not an official double pipe classic. It
Sorry.
needs to be at the exact same time.
Okay,
Sorry.
well, can I still give her?
You can give her
a polite applause.
Yeah,
a polite applause.
Wendy, good attempt.
Yeah,
And for
we
not,
could review one more time just so they could
Sure,
see the
go ahead.
difference between, you know.
No, let's hear it.
It's a matter of time. She's not lonely. I apologize.
I still think that deserves a polite applause.
It
Come
does.
on.
I mean, look, it's
Yeah,
an admirable
good.
attempt.
And she doesn't get rattled by it. Good for her.
Well, let me
Good for
ask
her.
you this: as someone that's a professional television presenter yourself,
Yes.
do you not have the option to edit that out?
No,
This
she
isn't-
does live show.
That was live.
Wendy does live. Yeah.
That's
Wendy
why.
goes live,
Okay,
yeah.
so that it is
Yeah.
not pre-taped. Because I'm like, why
You go-
would she
you go-
opt to leave
you
that
go-
in?
Well, you and I would leave it in. Let's be fair. But
I would. I
yeah,
don't view it.
Well, I've been infected by you, so let's just say. I understand the glory of all this now. I didn't understand it before.
Glory.
We were just acquaintances. I didn't quite get it all. Now I'm all
happy.
fully brainwashed. So
So
I'm fully into your mom's house world. I'm
so
I'm so
happy.
proud of you.
Thank you.
But
your
yeah,
TikToks-
when you go Wendy, you go. You're live. Yeah.
Wow, I did
You're
not
live.
realize.
Yeah.
Okay, well that
I mean,
makes sense.
she tapes some shows sometimes, but usually she's live.
Because she's from a radio background.
Correct.
Yeah.
She's
Much like
very
you.
talented and very good at what she does.
So good at what she does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this guy. So this is what I want your talk feed to be like.
Okay.
If you're gonna help people, fucking help them.
Okay.
Don't compliment that bitch. You giving her value. Don't compliment that bitch. Don't tell her nothing. Don't open no door. Don't do nothing.
Yeah.
You think the arrogant asshole, the Pookie and Ray Ray give her compliments? Fuck that bitch. They don't give her compliments.
Fuck that
That's
bitch.
why she go and fuck them to seek their validation. The second you give a girl a compliment, her pussy get dried in a motherfucker. Stop complimenting them bitches. You fucking nice guys. Damn. This shit is simple. This is not rocket science, fellas. This is not rocket science. Stop calling a girl all the time. Stop texting a girl all the time. Act like you got 100 goddamn women at your beck and call. They have dated enough guys. Every woman has dated enough guys with options to know how they fucking act. I am telling you, any woman who dated me would know that this guy obviously got a lot of options. That's why they sit here. I wish I could show you my text messages. That's They just pursue me. Are we seeing each other this weekend? They don't know.
Cool.
And accurate. Like, he's not wrong. This is how you get chicks to be on board.
Tell me more.
Well, if you're a little fucked up or you're in your early 20s and you're not aware of this game.
Yes.
And listen, any guy that's got a lot of girls around him, naturally women are like, what's up with that guy? What's up with him?
Yeah.
And so he's got the ball in his court. So
you can do whatever the fuck you want?
Yeah, because a girl don't like the guy. We've talked about this before on this show. Like, let's say in the initial courting stages, and you're like, I think you're very attractive. I really love you. You're so pretty. It's just not hot energy. It's not competent energy like we've discussed.
So
I'm not saying I like this guy. I'm not saying this is right. I'm just saying highly effective.
I'm listening.
If you're a player, if you want to be a player, it's highly effective.
I'm just wondering if we should be encouraging this.
I'm not.
Okay.
But if you're a player, I'm saying you don't want to have a real relationship with a human being. Unfortunately, that's how you do that.
Isn't he going to end up hurting a lot of people?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure I'm clear on that.
He's ejaculating. That's all that matters.
For him,
I dig her down.
I get that. For him, that's the priority. I get it. But
he's taking. But here's the deal, man. I think guys that play like this I don't know if they hit up girls who don't want to play the game with them. I don't know.
I understand.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that confuses me. When you look at all the research on what attracts women, it always like, he seems nice. And
Is there research? That's hilarious.
There's tons of research on this stuff.
We'll tell.
And like they'll do all this literature on, they give men and women different images and they measure what women respond to as someone they'd like to sort of date or whatever. Versus, right. Men, women, it's much more about, he looks like a nice guy, he looks smart, he looks like and so it goes contrary to this stuff. So is he playing on pathologies? Do we need to teach women better what's really going on here? Are we not doing a bad job of educating women?
His pick is the litter's broken.
I understand, but do we need to do something with that litter? Are they okay? Or
they're not okay. No.
Okay.
Dude, these are the chicks that date bad guys. Yeah. No, they have problems.
Okay.
They have problems.
Then
we should send them all to therapy after they're done banging that guy. Because he's probably a good lay, too. I'm not going to lie. He's very popular. I mean, he's probably got his techniques down. Yeah, I'm not saying I'd go for him. I'm just saying it's like...
You sure?
Yeah. I mean, look, like I said, when I was in my 20s, before I knew any better, guys like that always existed. And I was like... Oh, like he says that to everybody. Like you think it is just you in the beginning, and then you're like, oh yeah, that guy doesn't fucking give a shit about anybody. Right. Like you sense the hollowness inside of them, the sadness.
I think they missed
like,
that.
I don't want that.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk some emails.
White, yellow, and brown.
This is probably. This is hello, Daddy Drew, Mommy Jeans Hitler. I've been experiencing some tightness in my ball sack. Getting white adjacent. Where my sack just randomly shrinks and pushes my testicles up inside my groin. I understand this is typical normal for all men when it's cold, but I do it all the time, especially when I beat my meat. I heard that there's a surgery. No. They can cut the overactive cremaster muscle, which he's right. That's the cremasteric response.
Where it pulls your nuts up.
Yeah,
show me protect you, right?
Show me the cremasteric reflex. Cremasteric.
But that works to protect your nuts when you're running and stuff, right?
Or in the cold.
Or in the cold.
They don't show the cremasteric muscles very much here, do they? All right, there it is. There's the muscles over there. But anyway, be that as it may, let's hear what his question is. I heard that there's a surgery, whatever, but ain't no way letting them cut on my balls. Also, when this tightness happens while I'm beating off, I notice white is just prostate fluid, like a clear liquid instead of my creamy white. Yeah, you bet I'm coming up in May. Viva la revolution. Thank you for all the rhetoric and slogans. I think he's masturbating too much, and he's caused a little prostate problem. I think that's probably what we're doing.
You can cause a prostate problem by masturbating too much.
You can irritate your prostate. But when you irritate the urethra, then the prostate gets involved awfully frequent too.
Okay.
And you can just overdo things. The prostate gets inflamed if you overdo too much. Then the balls get kind of inflamed. The whole region gets inflamed, and you can feel like your testicles are kind of inflamed too. So,
jeez.
Hey, it's a medical question. We never do medical questions on this show. Let's do one.
Annie has a follow-up question.
Oh, Annie, here we go.
Asking for a friend,
Annie
Annie?
asked amazing questions.
No, I was just gonna say I was hearing this and it really resonated. I do the same thing. Like it goes inside when I'm beating it.
But his main complaint was the feeling of tightness and pain in there. The going inside when
When he's beating off.
When I'm masturbating.
That's
yeah.
normal.
That's normal?
Yeah, normal. You're
All
good,
right,
man.
so I don't have to do anything about it.
No.
So if I go like 3 times a day, that's fine. It's whatever.
You white 3 times a day?
Yeah.
If you get discomfort, you might listen to your body. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
And by the way, I want everyone here.
Let's go.
I want everyone. I want our evil laugh.
You might want to listen to your body. Hilarious. That's a first.
I want.
with Penny.
By the way, that's on a drop now.
Yeah.
And I want the entire team here to think for a minute about what Annie has just informed you all
That he
of.
masturbates 3 times a day?
Right.
Sure.
Is that a lot?
Yeah, is that a lot?
He's here 8-10 hours a day, isn't he?
Oh, shit. Annie!
Yeah. So that's all I'm saying.
Yo, Dr. Drew's a detective. Goddamn. How'd you put that shit together, dog?
I was just doing the math. Just the math.
I don't want to know. I don't want to have this conversation. I feel like they're my kids.
You're gonna have kids that are adults soon enough, or at least into the white. Whichever. I'm 38. I'm a type 2 diabetic. A1C came in at 4.6. My doctor was thrilled about previous blood work. Had me at 8.4. Oof. I have some numbness in my feet recently. Other numbness in my thigh. My question is there any chance of neuropathy spreading? Yeah. So, Fed Smoker's brother, authority tickler. I'd really like to stay in the 4-stroke gang. Okay. So, yes, you probably severely overweight too, I'm a bet. 8.4 A1C is bad. 4.6 is good. You're sort of outside the diabetic range now. And you already have neuropathy from your diabetes, which is a terrible sign. Diabetes is high blood sugar. The blood sugar causes a microvascular problem. The tiny vessels that supply the nerves, the kidney, the eye, the heart get very damaged through the pathways activated by the high blood sugar. So you've already lost function in your feet and part of your thigh. Those are the long nerves. Those are the ones that are damaged first. They don't necessarily come back. But this is how I get the male patients who are diabetic to do what they're supposed to do.
Get problems.
Penile is next. So please stay high and tight. Yeah, man, it's good. Fuck.
You got to get that weight off, right? Like, you just got to stay fit.
Yeah, well, he's doing something right. He's probably on a bunch of meds, but yeah, I mean, the
try to
body
stay
does not
slim.
like excess weight. It just doesn't. I mean, I'd like to introduce you guys to Mud Water. It's a coffee alternative with 4 adaptogenic mushrooms and Ayurvedic herbs. It is 1/7 the caffeine of a cup of coffee, but you get the energy without the anxiety, jitter, or crash coffee. It's smoother. Each ingredient was added with a purpose. They've got cacao and chai for mood and microdose of some caffeine. They put in lion's mane for alertness, cordyceps for support of physical performance, chaga and reishi to support immunity and immune function, turmeric for our sore muscles and joints, and cinnamon as an antioxidant. Mud water tastes great. It's a coffee alternative, and they even have a creamer edition that has MCT oil in it that makes it like a latte, or actually like a cappuccino. It's really tasty, very good. I recommend it highly. Mud is 100% USD organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, vegan, Whole30, and kosher. Visit Mudwater. That is spelled MUDWTR. MUDWTR.com/Drew. You'll be supporting the show. Use code Drew at checkout and you will get $5 off. It's an excellent product. I think you'll love this as an alternative to coffee, and it's good for you. So let's see the cool Toothless girl. We were trying to get in here before we got all off. And what was her name?
The Toothless girl?
We're going to see the cool Toothless girl, but we got off on the rapper.
Let's check.
What's her-
MIA with the cool front tooth.
Ah, here we go. Cool Toothless girl. What's his name? What's the comedian's name? Red doing in the back. Who was just on Two Bears One Cave?
Andrew Santino?
What's Santino doing in the background there?
That is not Santino. What are you talking
That is
about?
Santino behind Cool Toothless
I think
girl.
Andrew's going to commit suicide if he sees this. Don't say that. God.
Is that?
He's so much more attractive. Santino's so handsome.
Yes, he is. But I'm just saying.
God.
Same coloration back there.
It be so mind-blowing how people be so surprised when they find out I have a man. They only say that because I have missing teeth and I got body hair and I don't have a whole lot of weave in my hair, as if a man validates my existence. And it'd be the same females who would get in relationships and be like, oh my God, why is he cheating on me? I'm so pretty. I got WAP and I cook and clean. Because you're basic as fuck. You don't know who you are. You're lost and you spend your entire life trying to get picked and chosen. Pick and choose yourself.
Preach,
right?
And then she sent a text message and went, whoop. Did you hear that?
It did. I'm so embarrassed I couldn't remember Cheeto Santino's name. That's what COVID has done to me, by the way.
You're still.
When I told you I have a little neurological stuff, word finding, name finding, that kind of stuff, weirdly out.
It's weird.
Weirdly
dude.
out. But I kind of like her.
I really like her. I like her message. She's right. She's like, just don't worry about all that
there's
shit.
something attractive about her. Even without the teeth. I know for you it's a no-go because the teeth thing.
Wait.
Hey, look, she can put a dentures in, whatever. Wow. Shall I eat your pussy? No, she's
do you have...
I get that a guy would be with her.
Okay, let's say Susan just doesn't have her front teeth.
I would still be with my wife. There's no doubt about that. But we would get some dental work done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the fact that she doesn't is a personal choice. How dare you?
Oh, that's right. It's not. That's right. We should allow her to not want to fix it because it's too normative to want
That's
teeth.
right. Toothy normative.
What if Susan didn't shave her armpits?
I wouldn't be super happy about that. I don't think that's the most attractive look.
Yeah, I think because our society, the cultural norm in this country is to shave your pits.
Well,
it's just a norm here.
It is a cultural norm, and it's not a cultural norm everywhere. That's what I'm saying.
But it is.
In terms of it being a cultural norm, why do you suppose it became a norm?
Because the oppressive patriarchy, cisgendered white men telling me what to do with my armpits.
All right, there it is. As opposed to...
I don't fucking know.
It looks better, smells better.
I didn't expect that one. I agree too. I
don't say you have to. You don't have to comply with the cisgendered, heteronormative, male patriarchy, but
it's kind of good.
I mean, women spend a lot of time trying to look better and good, right? I mean, why do your hair then? Why wear makeup? Why do anything?
I agree. And what about
the stuff? That's fine. It's up to you. But why do anything?
Why do anything? And also, don't men have to do things to get female approval? Like be millionaires and drive hot cars?
Or work out or be shitheads like that guy that was yelling at women. That cool guy.
There's expectations on both sexes.
And he didn't. And that guy was very careful with his beard. I could tell he groomed his beard very carefully. Why? That's a heteronormative society. There are... and some of the things that societies move into culturally have a motivational starting place. Like there's something motivating that in the first place. It's not just some random thing that somebody decided,
right,
you're going to have to shave your beards from now on. It's like, no, some dude looked in the mirror and went, I look like shit. I got to make this better. And that's it. That's where it comes from. And
his friends were like, we look like shit too.
Yeah.
My face smells like shit.
And there are certain places that grow it out for cultural reasons.
Right.
They don't care about what it looks like. That's fine. It's all good.
That's true. Like in Afghanistan. Wait, is Afghanistan? Yeah, they have got long beards, those dudes.
Oh, look at the Hasidim and stuff.
Africa too.
Right? Hasidim, and they do their whole thing. And there's all kinds of reasons people grow their beards out and don't groom it.
Yeah.
Good.
I like
good for everybody.
Yeah.
We love them all. They're all part of the Russian
That's right. You want to be smelly? Be smelly.
Be whatever. Be yourself. Be not
smells.
Hating the Jew. Oh, God. Let's hear a voice message.
Beating the Jews?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what he said?
Hey, Dr. Drew. I have a question. So sometimes when I'm having sex with my girlfriend, after a long night of drinking, the next day, if we're having sex, my body will feel really hot, and I'll get really hard during sex. But in the middle, I'll start to get soft, and then she gets really upset, and she thinks that it's her, but it's really me. So what's actually going on? Thank you,
right.
Mommy for life.
So why do women do that? Why do they blame themselves when men have biological functional problems that have nothing to do with them? Believe me, you've heard me say this before, right?
A million times. Yeah, say it again.
Nothing
Let
to
him
do.
Hear it
never has. The man is there having sex with you because he really, really wants to do that. And if something doesn't work, it's because of something biological in him. And more often than not, if it's something psychological, he's too into you and it makes him nervous. Oh. He wants to perform and then doesn't. That's the more common thing. Too into you. This case is a biological state called acute alcohol withdrawal, that your body, when you go into a stimulating state, will get even worse because it's part of alcohol withdrawal is sympathetic hyperstimulation. So you get worse withdrawal symptoms, and your body, in order to go from erection to orgasm, has to kind of switch back and forth between sympathetic and parasympathetic. These are different aspects of what controls erection and ejaculation, and in the state of withdrawal, it's going to be very hard for that. Plus, in withdrawal, your I would suggest your sensory input is not fully functional. It's just, there's a million reasons why you're not in a. If you're running a marathon, would you expect to be able to perform sexually? I mean, it's the same kind of thing.
So when should he bang his girlfriend? Before he gets ripped, or
he should not get quite so ripped, or do it before he gets ripped.
Or how about that night, not the morning?
Or during? It's during. He will probably have more trouble.
No, I'm saying so. But he says he's waking up in the morning and then they're doing it.
Right. So he's hyperstimulated. He can get an erection, but he can't kind of do anything.
Do you think by that night, by that evening, he could do it?
Not when he's fully loaded. It's got to be sort of midstream. Because probably the reason he doesn't do it at night.
No. I'm saying the withdrawal. So by the evening of the day after.
Oh, the next evening.
Correct.
She should be okay. Well, it depends how often he does those binges. I mean, if it's been,
so 10, if he's piping up again.
If he's 10 binges in a row, it's going to take about 4 or 5 days to get out of that.
Shoot.
Yeah. So good times, huh?
Jeez, he's really drinking a lot, though. Did you have to drink a lot to get that result, or
not really? I mean, you have to drink a lot, but not a lot, and you don't have to drink every day a lot. But if he's drinking every day a lot, it's going to take a while to get out of that.
Gotcha.
Now, alcohol withdrawal, the acute withdrawal is like 3 to 5 days, and then there's like 2 weeks of seizure risk and all kinds of good stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, alcohol. Let me state it loud and clear. Alcohol is the only drug that humans use for which the withdrawal can be commonly fatal.
Wow.
Number one. Number two, it is a toxin to literally all human tissue, can cause cardiomyopathies, neuropathies. It just is a direct toxin to most human tissue. And it is a carcinogen. It can cause cancer in just about everything except the urogenital system, but it can cause cancer in the bladder. So there you go. Maybe increased risk of prostate cancer. and it's the only, but it's the only one that we legalize and have an ongoing relationship with. It's insane. Our drug laws are insane.
It's no sense.
Which is why when I was in favor of legalizing cannabis, because I was like, it doesn't make any sense. You want to, that one's legal, this one isn't. People are smart. They're not going to be okay with that. But I have no problem with legalizing everything. They've essentially done that here, but in California. But if you're going to do that, you fucking have to be prepared to treat the addictions, because you're going to kill lots of people. And they've done the opposite. They've legalized it and made it impossible to treat people.
Good. It's a good plan.
That's why I'm thinking about governor.
Go for it.
That's what I'm thinking.
I love it.
Voicemail.
Hey, Dr. Drew. It's Alex. I just wanted to ask, is coughing on your dick bad?
Coughing?
You get any disease or anything like that on your dick from coughing on it? Thanks
Coughing.
again, man.
Like your dick's going to get a cold? You get dick bronchitis?
Can you cough on your dick? Okay.
If you had...
It's not a bad question, I guess.
Well, the only thing I can think of, and again, I'm trying to think, improvisationally here in terms of your good question. The one thing I would be worried about transmitted to the genital in saliva would be herpes. And you don't usually auto-inoculate. It'd have to be somebody else with herpes coughing on your dick, then you could get in a little trouble.
Interesting. So what you're saying is, if I have a herpes sore on my lip, open and festering wound, and I were to suck my own penis, I could give myself
Probably
herpes.
not.
Oh, wow.
Probably not. That would be auto-inoculation. It does happen, but it's not as common as if...
It does happen.
Yeah, but
you can suck your own penis.
No,
when
that
you have
auto-inoculation.
herpes.
It's usually people rub their hand on it and then touch
and
their
then
penis.
masturbate or something.
And people do touch men do touch their genitals for reasons other than masturbation. Just keep that in mind. But the more common way would be somebody else's saliva transmitting the herpes. That's the big thing. Let's see.
Wait, let me ask you this: how many diseases can you catch on your genitals from your hands? So does that? Well,
there's something called herpetic whitlow. You can get herpes on your fingers. There's herpetic whitlow, and that can transmit to the genitalia. You can cause dirtiness into the urethra, right? And the urethra doesn't like bacteria of all types, and that could be a problem. Syphilis is interestingly secondary syphilis. I believe there's a palmar rash that classically develops, and I do believe that rash has some infective ability. Wow. You could, I suppose, get a primary syphilitic thing somewhere on your body that could touch a genital. That would be not good. Let me think. Here's some diseases you've never heard of: lymphogranuloma venereum, which is chancroid.
Chancroids. I've heard of those.
Yeah.
Chancres?
No, chancres is syphilis. Chancroid is Haemophilus ducreyi. Look, show me chancroid here. You're going to love this.
Oh, God. Am I?
Give me a real one. Give me a real picture.
It's on the genitals?
Yeah.
Oh.
Show me a real picture.
Is this an STD?
Oh, yeah. It's more common in sort of tropical kinds of regions. but it's almost, you can essentially have your genitals replaced by an ulcer, essentially.
Aww.
There's a good one over there on the left. That's chancroid. And we do something called a crush prep on that we used to do anyway. And you see the Haemophilus ducreyi, which look like little swimming fish. Good times. Contact, yeah. But that's a prep.
Fuck.
You good? You good?
Yeah.
Happy you're not single?
I get sad. Yeah. No. Oh my gosh. I always get sad when I see genital stuff. It's got to be so painful.
Syphilitic ulcers that look like that are non-painful. They're classically painless ulcers. So all ulcers are not painful.
I'm happy again. Never mind.
I'm a 29-year-old male
Cheers.
porn, sex, and love addict. Went to recovery 3 years ago. I'm SLAA. I'm not really working the steps. Things have improved, but I still acting out. Was work the steps. I can string together about 20 days or so off the bottom line. So they have these top line, bottom line. I the other day was talking about circle plans, which are the same thing as the top line, bottom line plans that people do for love and sex addiction. And the bottom line is things he just must not do, but he's still doing them. I am a busybody overachiever, get overwhelmed when I feel like I have too much going on or not enough going on, can't sit with myself. I feel guilty when I'm not working on something or advancing my life. Well, that's interesting. I throw myself into work to avoid acting out. That's somewhat productive, all right. It's better than acting out and better than doing nothing. How can I stop this and deal with whatever it is that I am currently blind to? I want to kick this and break free from the chains of holding me up, piss on me, beat me, Taylor. You think it's male or female Taylor?
Could be either.
Yeah. Oh, male porn star, or porn addict rather. Do the steps, man. I mean, what the hell? You know, you're doing a bottom line, top line plan, and you're not doing steps. It makes no sense. Get a sponsor, do the steps. It works when you do the steps. It's very simple. There's something you're avoiding in doing those steps, and my suspicion is you don't want to stop doing what you're doing. You want to keep controlling it like you're doing it. If you really want to stop doing it, you must surrender to the process, do the steps, get a sponsor, turn your will over to that person or whatever higher power you need to turn over to, and get ready to do that inventory, which is what I think you're ultimately avoiding here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times.
I think,
you used to be so fascinated with recovery in 12 steps.
I am. I still am, because I was just going to say that I relate so much that not in the porno. I didn't go sex addiction. I definitely went workaholism and like, I could never be still with myself for many, many years. I would say until I had children even was I comfortable taking a day off or not doing anything. And children really teach you that quickly, especially young children. Yes. You're doing nothing for many
except
years.
You're busy as shit.
Right. But I'm saying the state of being.
Yes.
And children teach you to be in a constant state of just being.
Presentness. Yeah.
And it's excruciating in the beginning. So I relate to that in therapy, talking about what it is. Why can't you be still? Yeah. I always see that like, oh, why can't you be still? There are comedians, there are people that can never be alone. Yep. We know these people, right?
Yep.
They always have to have the party around them or going to the party. And it's like, what is going on?
Right.
What are you doing?
And in my case, I had a bunch of workaholism too. But I also had perfectionism.
Oh,
you had
constantly.
What was the other weird stuff I had?
Constantly.
Just like nothing was ever good enough, and the perfectionism and blaming myself for everything. And blah, blah, blah.
Of course, but here's the sad part. Not the positive and the negative of perfectionism and workaholism is you end up becoming really successful. So then
it's rewarding.
It's great.
It has a motivational reward attached to it.
So my shrink is always like, well, the problem, the good thing is you became successful, but the bad thing is your quality of life suffers. So, then you get
just
more
for a little
anxious.
while. Just for a little while. Now it's good, isn't it?
No, and I have to say,
which is, by the way, why I don't tell people how to live their lives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everyone has to do their stuff in their time. I can't make value judgments on what people do with their lives. I can tell them.
True.
I can tell them when they're going to get into trouble and it's not going to end well. They should think about doing something, but I'm not going to say you shouldn't do that. Which is weird that people think I should do that or that I would do that. By the way, I smoked. Did I tell you I smoked some weed? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Come on, that's what we needed. Tony Johns to give his.
So
you smoked weed?
Yeah, I tried several.
Quite a bit.
Well, it was a vape pen, and it was supposedly strong. It was some mix of sativa and indica.
And it's the age of Aquarius.
No, like zero. Like
what?
Like it slowed me down.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Well, there's this thing
that's it. Like a nothing. Like a kind of unpleasant,
that.
and made for kind of an unpleasant night of sleep.
Because you were like,
it just
wasn't
anxious. No, I did not. In college when I smoked pot, I would get anxious and panicky and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it felt different. I don't know if my brain's in a different state now, or if what I'm exposed to, the chemical is different somehow. Is that for any or Nadav?
That's from
That's
Nadav.
Nadav.
I'll get you some good stuff.
Well, all right. I'm willing to try because I want to know what the all excitement's
Nadav,
all about.
I think Nadav's the expert here. Go ahead and talk to Dr.
What did I do
Drew.
wrong?
What's going on?
What did I do wrong? Because it was like a 0 for me.
All
I was
right,
like,
guess
"Oh."
number 1, you didn't do enough of it.
I by the way, I did enough that my wife was upset. Like, you was using all my shit.
All right, yeah.
like,
Rule number 2, get your wife out of the room.
No, I really did. I went back to the well multiple different occasions and multiple times each time, like multiple times, to try to get it to work.
All right, find me a Friday where you don't have anything to do on a Saturday.
This is what
we're going to get you high, homie.
Nadav's coming over. You're just not smoking the right shit or not enough.
You better
of
be
the
coming
shit.
up in May.
You better be coming up. Yo,
I'm
like,
coming up tomorrow.
Well,
bro.
do you maybe I ought to try that? I'm avoidant of the gummy stuff because I don't want it to go on forever.
Don't do edible. Just do smoke. Well, here's the thing, bro. What do you want? You want to go fucking blah, 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 or do you want to chill?
I want to chill, but I also want to know what all the excitement's about.
Okay,
Yep, I'll walk you through the entire gambit, buddy. Dr. Nadav will take care.
Will you, Dr. Green Thumb? What will you? Will you? Do it go into the vape pen? Or you give me a vape pen?
I'm gonna get you one of everything. We'll see what you like best.
Okay.
Don't give him edibles in the beginning though.
No.
Can
So we're
I-
gonna stay away from edibles. Edibles get away from you very quickly. We're gonna start with a bowl of weed, a joint, a blunt,
a bowl,
and then we'll maybe we'll make you dab a little bit. We'll see how you react to that.
You did a vape pen? I've never
Yeah.
smoked pot out of a vape pen. I don't know. I like a good old fashioned bowl, bro. Like back in the dorms, you fucking pack that shit up. You can hear it
Bong.
crispy.
You're talking about a bong.
No, I'm talking about a fucking
bowl.
bowl, bro. And I like to hear the crisp, like burning.
I just want something easy on my lungs and whatever.
Oh
Thank
yeah,
you.
that's not easy on
Yeah,
my
that's not how we're gonna do it, buddy.
Oh well, then
What are you gonna? How are you gonna smoke him out?
can't
Let's
you
talk about.
help me do what I want to do, which is
Yeah,
what's wrong with
you want to
vaping,
get
by the
high,
way?
and that's what I'm gonna help you do.
You think vaping's the way to go for him?
Vaping is kind of like that. No, okay. So if you like vaping, we're gonna get you a dab, which is just one really hot concentrated dab of hash
via a vape pen.
No, via a super hot quartz needle. And it'll just immediately vaporize.
That's
like
hash.
your
That's
nuts.
not pot.
SpaceX.
No. It's pure THC. No, I got you, Doc. Don't worry. I got you.
I don't want to be,
Do we have to have Lindsay follow you guys? Is this going to be
This
a
is a-
YMH
this is a
exclusive?
great
Can we
idea.
follow you on this
Yep.
journey?
We're gonna hang out, Drew.
Nadav and Drew.
Let me do
Hanging
it.
out high would be the fucking funniest thing in the world.
I
What
think-
are you going to talk about with Nadav?
I think we got to do it live on one of the live shows. Don't you?
You want to get high? Are you serious? I would love this. Think about it before you commit.
I was willing to wear a diaper and urinate on myself for you. So this is like a small ask.
That is crazy funny. Okay.
But then I worry. But
you're
going to
run for governor. Are you sure you want to get high in front of people?
Yes, I worry about those sorts of
Okay, maybe private life.
being misunderstood what I'm doing.
Yeah. I mean, our former governor, didn't he smoke weed too?
It's all legal in California.
It's all legal.
No, I
You're
know,
actually
but I
illegal.
don't want to be seen as promoting something necessarily, as opposed to just accepting something. It's different. It's different.
We'll table this
Yeah.
discussion. Let's put a pin in it. However, in your private life, I think it might be beneficial for you to partner with Nadav.
So let me be clear. Let me be clear. Let me state my whole position on
I'm
this.
the best weed consultant.
So
in
I have
He's an expert.
I have no objection to people smoking weed if that's what they want to do. I have no problem with it.
Yes.
I have seen people have very, very serious trouble stopping that. I have seen panic attacks triggered by it. I've seen young people's development derailed by it. So I am not a fan of just, it's not a panacea, and it's a drug like anything else. It's dangerous. I drink alcohol. Okay, so that's not, I
And
just
that
told
is
you
toxic
that's
to every cell in your body.
I just told you that's a carcinogen and stuff. And so I am interested in participating in our California culture and seeing what the hell this is all about. But I'm not interested in promoting it.
We're gonna get you crossfados Barbados, homie.
So we'll put a pin in this, and we will discuss at a future date.
You know what we should do, homie?
What?
Is the laserium still open? You remember that we used to get... Bro,
See, I don't think I get that kind of hype.
Oh, that's...
ever.
Yeah,
when you go and watch Pink Floyd and lasers and you get fucking
That's a little before my time.
No, but yeah, that was me in
used to be
college and
open.
stuff. But that I didn't enjoy any of that stuff. I just didn't.
Is there anything fun to do when you get high anymore?
I think it affects me differently. I don't like it. I just don't like it.
You're not smoking the right shit.
This is what my college. I lived on a floor with a bunch of guys that said exactly that, and they tried all week to show me what the right thing was. I hated it even more at the end of the week.
Maybe you need to switch to heroin. Maybe you're not on the right shit yet, bro. Wouldn't that be so ironic if you had a heroin problem?
Yeah.
After treating all these people
it would
for
be ironic.
so many years.
It's just a little more ironic than me smoking weed, isn't it? Just a little more.
I think it's just evolution because it is illegal. There's nothing
So we got
illegal.
evolved. Well, heroin's pretty much legal in this state too.
It is?
It's ridiculous.
It's legal?
Pretty much.
Where do I buy heroin?
That's also
The
legal
pharmacy?
at a certain. It's in the. They got to get from the gang in the street, but there's it's only a misdemeanor if you're.
Oh, that's right. But that's because they don't want to enforce
Anything.
laws right now.
Anything.
That's why the murder rate's so
Anything.
super high in LA.
But that's actually the law. Prop 47, Prop 57.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you and I could do that live on the show too.
What?
You
Do heroin? I don't want to do that.
Oh, pussy! Come on, come on.
I'll tell you something. I accidentally smoked it when I was 15.
Accidentally? Mhm.
Well, I thought
A
it was
friend
just
did it? Yeah,
pot
sure.
at a party. No,
Yeah.
I did. And
Yeah.
I thought it was just pot.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what? It was really good. I liked it. I sank into the couch and I watched an Easy Stitch commercial. And my sister was like, we just smoked heroin. I was like, oh, shit. And that was it. I was 15.
I did not know you had a sister until this moment.
Stepsister. Step. But yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Could I interview her too?
Sorry?
Could I interview her too?
She's the best. She's
Oh.
been on Where My Mom's At.
Oh.
No, she's
I
fucking
gotta watch
amazing.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've got to get her. She was on your mom's side though, right?
So my mother remarried to a guy who
Yeah.
had 3 daughters.
And did
He's
she
one of
know
those
your
3.
dad?
Yeah.
Your dad? She knew
Yeah.
about. Oh,
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
I can interview her about him too.
Go ahead.
Ah.
She's great. She's really funny.
Nadav, maybe at a future date. That's what we set up here. Why don't we do that?
So
I'm not kidding.
meddling.
No metal.
Is this
metal.
payback for having Susan on Where My Mom's At? Yes.
It just brings us closer. And that's all. Okay, everybody, we're going to put a pin in all of this and keep it up next time. Thank you for being here. Don't forget YMH merch, store.ymhstudios.com. I want everyone holding the Rational Revolution mug wherever they go. And we need a Stein soon. See you next time.
All conversations and information exchanged during participation in the Dr. Drew After Dark podcast or interaction on the drdrew.com website is intended for educational and entertainment purposes only. Do not confuse this with treatment or physician medical advice or direction per se. You must always follow your medical professional's advice and direction. Nothing on these podcasts or posted on this site supplements or supersedes the relationship and direction of your medical caretakers. Please understand, I am not playing the role of physician in this environment per se. I'm educating. I am a licensed physician with specialty boards in American Board of Internal Medicine and American Board of Addiction Medicine.